Okay, so I've been sent out this Seika mini electric chainsaw. So my initial thoughts when I saw this box is it's quite small, so it must be in kit form. But to be honest, when you open the box, this is how it's come to me. So you got your instructions there, got your battery pack, your charging lead, your socket and screwdriver, small bottle of oil, and then that's the chainsaw itself there. And yeah, it's all put together for you. Didn't have to assemble anything. So the socket there is for tightening the nut on the side there. So when you need to take the chain off, well, if you need to take the chain off to sharpen it, you need that. And then like a normal chainsaw, you use the screwdriver there just to adjust that screw in there, and that does, in there, and that does the tension on your chain. Unlike a regular chainsaw, it doesn't automatically put the oil on for you. So I think that's mineral oil that they've put in there. But on reading the instructions, it actually says if you're using it on fruit trees to use vegetable oil, and just lubricate the chain with that. And it actually recommends every time you charge the battery. So to charge the battery is easy enough. The charger itself plugs straight into the top of the battery like that. And then if you plug it into a socket, you got a little LED, shows up red there to show that it's charging. And then when it's fully charged, that will turn green, like that. So I've actually had this on charge already. I charged it for about an hour yesterday, but I don't know how long it takes to charge, because that's the first charge. I don't know how much juice it had in it already. But yeah, doesn't sound too loud, which is quite nice. Got a wrist strap there, a little bit tight for me to get on, but that is absolutely brilliant, because when you're cutting, if you need to grab the branch, you can literally just let it go, and that strap feels more than strong enough to take the weight of it. It seems lightweight. It's a bit lighter than my battery drill, so that's a suitable comparison for it. Not sure about this as a finger guard. That feels a bit flimsy, but the rest of it feels really substantial. And it's got this nice guard on top here as well. So that does fold up. It's on a spring, so as you're cutting the branch, as you go through, it just folds back. But that means if you're actually getting into a bush, it's quite good because you can go between branches and push things out of the way. Yeah, initial thought on the chain is it's diddy, it's a tiny little thing, but it's what it's intended for. It's not going to be felling trees with this, are you? It's that thing when you get your loppers. When you're going, well, this branch is a little bit too big, that's what you're going to be using this on. So yeah, initial thoughts is this looks like a really good bit of kit. So yeah, next thing to do is give it a try. So I've got a shrub that needs cutting down. So I'll give it a go on that, and we'll see how long the battery lasts, because that's the most important thing. So yeah, right, let's get that shrub. Okay, so we're up on the top lake. I say lake, it's actually been drained. But yeah, this is a shrub that I was going to work on. So between the the fishing platforms that we have, there was these large evergreens planted. So unfortunately, to save money, the owner said, just cut the sides, don't worry about the top. And they've got taller and taller. So that level is about as far as I can reach. So we've got all of that growth above it now. And that's actually starting to shade out the stuff below it, so it's effectively killing itself. So what I've done to a couple of them is I've cut them down like this one here. So if you do it about this time of year, once the shrubs are in flower or finished flowering, so that's one of the flowers there, they then go on to a period of new growth. So if you cut them now, you're past the point of frosts, so they shouldn't die from the frosts. And they're at a point that they want to put new growth on. So what I'll do is I'll take this down to about 4 foot, because then it can grow back up to 5 foot, which is a much more manageable height for me to get the hedge trimmer around it. So yeah, let's get you on a stand and see how this chainsaw works. Okay, hopefully you got a good view from there. Right, let's... Okay, so I'm quite impressed with it so far. So the cuts it's doing are about as clean as I'd expect from a chainsaw. It's certainly one hell of a lot easier than cutting it by hand. So what I'm just going to do is quickly tidy up with my prune and some of these loose fluffy bits off the side, as in the strands like that, because they're a bit too small. I think that, about the size of your finger, is the smallest you want to cut with it. But yeah, so if I just quickly tidy that up and then I can get those big bits over the other side. Okay, so I'll start reading down here, see what we can do to these ones down here. Okay, there we go. So that's one shrub down. This is barely even warm now. So I will say I'm actually very impressed with it, because I did not think the battery was going to last that long. I thought it was going to be one of those gimmicky things that you go, oh yeah, that looks really good, use it once and it sits in the back of your shed for the rest of its life. But I think I'm going to use it one hell of a lot actually. Battery at the moment is still going. I don't know how much charge it's got left in it. But one thing I did find is it's got this grip bit just here, and you really do need to press that up against the log when you're cutting. So like these thin bits like this, if you're cutting and you're not against it, it jumps like this. But if you just press it down properly, cuts through a lot neater. So yeah, you do really need to press it up against the branch to stop it from jumping like that. But yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Right, just do a little bit more tidying up on this and then clear this rubbish. So there we go, all the dead's taken out of that now, all the rubbish is cleared. Now as you can see, there is a lot more there to go. A lot more, because there's a lot more of them as well. But unfortunately, I can't do that today. I wanted to carry on and see how long the battery would actually last on this saw. But unfortunately, I go home in 5 minutes, so I don't have enough time to cut and clear and everything. But yeah, you're certainly going to be seeing this a lot more, because I'm really pleased with that. And I am hoping to do a video tidying up here, so I'm sure you're going to get to see that a bit more as well. Thank you for watching. I'll put a link down in the description to the mini chainsaw, and I shall see you later.